Just how far did the Angels fall in this week's power rankings? Keep watching to find out. What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video. Today, we're going to be talking about our MLB power rankings for the week beginning on July 4th. Happy 4th of July, everybody. A little bit of shakeup today. The top 10. I'm pretty sure every single team in the top 10 moved up or down at least one spot. So there's a lot to go over. Not so much change at the bottom, but stick around till we get to the top 10. A lot of new faces in new places. So it is, yeah. Let's get into the video, but first, don't forget to leave a like on this video, help it reach more baseball fans. Let me know down in the comments, did I have your team too high, did I have your team too low? And don't forget to subscribe for more daily MLB content. Post a video every single day, and we do a lot of watch parties too. It's a good time. We're almost to 2,000 subscribers. The goal was 2K by the All-Star break, and it looks like we're going to reach our goal. So I appreciate you guys for all the support. Let's get into the video, start talking about the 30th best team in all of baseball. And in number 30, we got the usual suspect, the Oakland A's. I don't know if they're ever going to come out of the basement, I'll be honest. They're just kind of stuck there for me right now. They had another under 500 week last week. I just don't know. I can't put them any higher. I'm sorry. A's, you got to play better if you want me to put you higher. Just above them, we got the Detroit Tigers playing awful baseball right now. Same old, just not scoring any runs. Just above them, the Washington Nationals. I feel like the Nationals have a little bit of talent offensively, but they're definitely going to be sellers at the trade deadline, and the pitching's still awful. Patrick Corbin did have a good start the other day, though, so good for him. And he's pitching right now. I'm not sure how well he's doing today. Wow, another one-run outing. He has allowed 9 hits, though, so yeah. Nationals looking a little bit better, but still 28th best team in all of baseball. Just above them, the Cincinnati Reds. Same old. Their pitching is just an absolute train wreck. They're kind of very similar to the Washington Nationals. And just above them, after a hot week, the Kansas City Royals coming back down to earth and just not playing very good baseball. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates at number 25. It was pretty close between them and the Royals, but I feel like they got a lot of potential, especially with O'Neal Cruz on the squad now, so I moved them up just a little bit. Even though they had a rough week. Just above them, the Arizona Diamondbacks dropping down a little bit after a rough week. 3-7 last week was not fantastic, or 3-7 in their last 10, I should say. Just above them, the Chicago Cubs been actually scoring a lot of runs lately, so I've been very impressed with the Chicago Cubs lately. Just above them, man, the Angels. I couldn't have them any higher than this. Every single team above them, I think, would beat them in a series now. And honestly, some of the teams below them. We already saw the Kansas City Royals beat them in a series this season. We saw the Nationals play them very tough this season. We saw the A's give them a little bit of trouble, not too much. But pretty much every single team in baseball, I'm confident could beat the Angels right now. So I had to put them at 22. They're playing some of the worst baseball in the game right now, so I had to put them that far down. Just above them, the Colorado Rockies had a pretty good week last week. CJ Cron is on a tear. That dude should definitely be in the All-Star team and hopefully get some MVP consideration towards the end of the year. Maybe get sold at the trade deadline as well. Love that man. Former Angel. Next up at the number 20 spot, the most underrated team in baseball right now, that is the Baltimore Orioles. This team is good. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. This team is good at baseball, okay? They're not great, but they are good. They're a decent team. They're definitely towards the top of the league. They're closer to the top than they are to the bottom. I know my power rankings don't necessarily say that, but they're a decent team. It's not an embarrassment to be worse than the Orioles, okay? Okay, Angels and Rockies fans, it's not an embarrassment to be worse than the Orioles, all right? Just above the Orioles, we got the Texas Rangers. Been on a little bit of a skid as of late, but they can still tear the cover off the baseball. Just above them, the polar opposite, the Miami Marlins. Some of the best pitching in all of baseball, at least starting pitching-wise, but their offense is just a little bit rough right now. I hope they go and make some moves at the trade deadline, because I think this could be a really good team. They've definitely got a good foundation there in Miami. Just above them, the Seattle Mariners been playing pretty good baseball lately. Their schedule's getting a little easier, so they're beating up on some bad teams, but that's what you got to do if you want to make the playoffs. I honestly think the Mariners are definitely not out of postseason contention yet. They could easily make it into that third wild card spot come the end of the season. Just above them, the Chicago White Sox. Pretty close right here between the White Sox and the Mariners, but right now I got the White Sox a little bit higher than them. They just took it to the Giants, man. The San Francisco Giants didn't know what hit them. The White Sox were all over that team, and yeah, they've been playing some pretty good baseball. I really hope they can get it together and become the team we thought they were going to be this year. Okay, and at number 15, we got the St. Louis Cardinals. They have a very tough schedule they're going through right now, but they just haven't been able to win games. They've got some good performances. Paul Goldschmidt still tearing the cover off the ball. Nolan Arenado looks like he's back in MVP form. Ryan Helsey's in the back of that bullpen looking great. But it's just, they got to fill out their roster a little bit more. The middle of their bullpen's been having a little bit of trouble. The back end of their rotation's been having some trouble. They really got to bolster this roster if they want to see themselves a postseason contender. But they are still playing pretty good baseball overall, so I got to have them at 15 in the top half of the league. Just above them, we have got the San Francisco Giants. The San Francisco Giants, I still love this team. They swept the Dodgers. I think there's a lot of potential here. I don't know what's going on with them right now. They had a very tough series against the White Sox, but I still see a lot of good in this team. I think they could still be a postseason team. They just got to get it together and probably be buyers at the trade deadline. Just above them, we got the Cleveland Guardians. Had a little bit of a rough patch, but the Twins, they are just so good at making these late game comebacks against the Twins, and that's who they got to beat. They got to beat the Twins. They got to beat the White Sox. They want to win this division, and they've been very good at doing that so far this year. So still got them in the top 15, but just 13 at the moment. Moved down one spot. You got the Toronto Blue Jays down at 12. They were looking very, very good and probably going to be in the top 10 this week until the Rays just massacred them at the end of that series. Last 3 games, they were outscored like crazy, and the Rays just looked like the better team. So the Blue Jays are a very hot and cold team. When they're hot, there's nobody better. When they're cold, maybe not even a playoff team. So we'll have to see what the Blue Jays do. They're still solidly in a postseason spot right now. I hope they can get hot once again. They're still a fun team to watch. And at number 11, we got the San Diego Padres. A little bit of a fall from grace. I had them as high as 3 a few weeks ago, but right now, man, they're just not playing as good of baseball. That offense is a little bit rough without Tatis in that lineup. Machado was out for a little bit, so that wasn't too helpful for them either. They were able to squeak out a win against the Dodgers on Sunday, but overall, they've just haven't been playing as well as they got off to, as hot of a start as they got off to, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. But I know there'll be buyers at the trade deadline. They'll try to make it work. Hopefully, we see them in the postseason this year. Now, let's take a look inside the top 10, see what newcomer is in there, and see how everything's shuffled around. And returning to the top 10 for the first time in a couple of weeks, we got the Tampa Bay Rays. They look so good right now at the end of that Blue Jays series. Isaac Paredes, man, is just tearing the cover off the ball. Looks like another Tampa Bay Rays fleece when it comes to the trade market. Outside of that, man, they've just been playing very good baseball. Drew Rasmussen's back and healthy. That's great. Shane McClanahan's a Cy Young candidate. Shane Baz is looking better. I think once Tyler Glass now comes back, this team's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I don't think there's any need to be worried about the Rays. I know they had a little bit of a rough patch offensively, but still a very good baseball team. I think they're easily a playoff team. Just above them, we got the Philadelphia Phillies, who have been playing great baseball despite losing Bryce Harper for a couple months. I don't know, man. I don't know if they can keep this up, but we'll have to see. I do like seeing the Phillies be a competitive baseball team this year. Just above them, another surprise top 10 team is the Minnesota Twins. They've had a little bit of rough patch against the Cleveland Guardians, but they still were able to be over 500 in the last week. And they beat up on the Orioles. So the Orioles, like I said, good team, and they beat up on them. So I'm keeping the Twins inside the top 10 right there at number 8. Just above them, we got the Boston Red Sox. I moved them down one spot, not because they were bad, but because the teams above them were a little bit better, in my opinion. So let's take a look inside the top 6 and see, like I said, Red Sox at number 7 there. At number 6, we've got the Milwaukee Brewers playing some fantastic baseball right now, and the bats have been waking up. That's why I have them in the top 6 right now. They're just been tearing the cover off the baseball. They put up like 18 runs in a game against the Pirates. I know it's the Pirates, but still, anytime you score double-digit runs is an impressive time through the order. And the pitching, obviously, we know is phenomenal. So hopefully they buy at the trade deadline. Maybe they can make themselves a top 5, maybe even a top 3 team when fully healthy. Just above them, we got the New York Mets. This is the lowest I've had the Mets in a while. I am a little bit worried about the Mets. I've even, as you can see, put the Braves ahead of the Mets. That is because right now, without DeGrom and Scherzer in the rotation, I do think the Braves are a little bit of a better team right now. They're playing better baseball. Ronald Acuna Jr. is just the most electrifying athlete on planet Earth. That dude is phenomenal. The whole team has just been playing good baseball. Dansby Swanson's on a tear. Travis d'Arnaud's on a tear. William Contreras is the most underrated player in baseball. The Braves are on fire right now. I'm sorry, Mets fans. I know you have a better record. I know you played better baseball at the beginning of the year, but the Braves are the hotter team right now. I gotta put the hotter team on top right now. Let's take a look who is in the top 3 this week. And at number 3, returning to the top 3, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers. Just a very good baseball club. Not much to say there. We know their roster. I've been very impressed by the guys that we didn't really expect, like Tony Gonsolin, was it Tyler Alexander? Is that his name? Tyler Anderson. That's what I meant. Sorry. Tyler Anderson, and just all the role players on this team have been very, very good this season. The Dodgers have a nice little pitching lab working over there. Got the Dodgers at number 3, and as you probably saw in the thumbnail, who do we have at number 2? Slow reveal here. Ready? Slow reveal. We got the New York Yankees at number 2. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, man. The Houston Astros have been the best team in baseball for a while now. And now it's just factual. There's no denying that the Houston Astros are the best team in baseball right now. They are just a force to be reckoned with. Everything is going right for them. Yordan Alvarez is the best offensive player in all of baseball. Jeremy Pena is on its hair once again. Now that he's healthy. Jose Altuve is still great. Their pitching staff is ridiculous. Rafael Montero, one of the best relievers in baseball. I saw firsthand Christian Javier strikes out guys like nobody's business. Framber Valdez is very good. Justin Verlander's a Cy Young candidate. They don't even have Lance McCullers right now. It's just unfair, man. The Astros are clearly the best team in baseball right now. I don't think there's an argument to be made. I understand the Yankees have a better record, but there's no argument to be made that the Astros are playing better than the Yankees at this very moment on July 4th, 2022. The Astros are the best team in baseball. Now let's take one last look at numbers 1 through 30 so you can have one last look at it. Here we have numbers 11 through 30. Padres just outside of the top 10 looking in, and Oakland A's just holding on to that number 30 spot for dear life. That is their favorite place to be. And 1 through 10. The Tampa Bay Rays, the newcomer this week. A little bit of shuffling around. Pretty much every team, I believe, changed spots this week in the top 10. Now, that is going to do it for us in this one. Thanks again, guys, so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more daily MLB content. I'm also partnering with Thrive Fantasy, so if you take a look in the description, there's a link there. Go sign up for Thrive Fantasy. Get a 100% first deposit match up to $100 and some free contest entries. All of that is in the description there, and win some free money. I've actually been doing pretty well. I was a Jock Peterson home run away from winning $500 last night. Big bummer, but anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know in the comments how I did ranking your team and as a whole. And don't forget to subscribe. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.